If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
What is going on, guys? This is NHL Player Performance Puck U on this Wednesday, May 14th. I'm Mike Burns. I'm alongside here with Victorie, ready for some wild NHL action tonight. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, turn your notifications on. We are live here every day, Monday through Friday, around 2 p.m. Les, how we doing today, brother?
We are fucking doing great. And you know what? The sun is out. Summer finally seems to be here. It's like 85 degrees where I live right now. But on the flip side, I might have to put the plow back on my truck because Sunday we're expected 2 degrees and 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. So kind of confusing whether or not I should be wearing flip-flops or snowshoes. But nonetheless, it's a good day. It's a good day to be a VIP member in the NHL. As we won another max bet last night, Burns, I'm telling you, we have been fucking lights out this postseason. I have to say, like, this postseason as a whole it might be the best postseason I've ever had from a handicapping spot, which is why we're here. We're here to talk hockey, which we love, but we're also here to fucking make money. Those lights don't stay on themselves, right? So that's what we're doing here, and that's what we have been doing. So just a quick recap for anybody new watching this show, wondering if I'm full of fucking shit or not. The results don't lie. I post them in the Telegram all the time. Right now, to date, I think we're so close, Burnsy. Like, I don't know if I want to play anymore once we get to our goal, because we've worked so hard and made what I thought was a little bit of a Hail Mary of an expectation of a goal. We're looking to net $100,000 in profit this NHL season. And we don't bet more than 10,000 a game, which some games I want to, but I have some sort of discipline. But we're often just chipping away with a small 2.5 unit, 5 unit bets. Burnsy, we're at 91,700 fucking smacks of profit right now. If you've been with me since day one and you stuck to the system like you should, you would be welcome in the spot. I still get messages from some of you being like, I blew up my bankroll and, because you got cold for 3 days. Well, we teach this all the time, and you need to manage your bankroll like you would manage your house finances. That's the only way you're going to succeed in the world of sports betting. You go all in because you have a feeling or something and lose, it could be detrimental for your bankroll. So just wanted to get that out there. I feel like I've beaten a dead horse with this all the time, but some of you guys just don't fucking listen. So nonetheless, big things happening in the channel. You can get every single pick I make for $100, but we'll get into that later on in the show. Birdsy, what the fuck happened last night to the Winnipeg Jets?
I think the Winnipeg Jets are just cooked. I think they're done. That's it. It's a wrap. Put a bow on it. I mean, listen, they played a solid game, right? Otter stole the show, stood on his head, and Connor Hellebuyck did Connor Hellebuyck things and showed again for the 9th time in a row that he can't win a road game. Or he was whatever. I think the Dallas Stars just took it to him. I mean, the Finnish flashes were out there. I mean, obviously, you got the Moose on the point sheet again. I didn't have Michael Granlund on my bingo card getting a hattie last night. But, I mean, I think that sings to, the strength of what Dallas is and has depth throughout the entire lineup. And that's it. No hope for the Jets. You're done, boys. You're done.
You know what? I listened to the post game of Connor Hellebuyck, and Which is good because I don't typically watch interviews because I feel like it could get in your head and affect my job. So I typically stay away from the media side of things on games. It's just whatever. But for whatever reason, he was the first one. I'm going to stay up and watch it. So I'm watching it. And like the guy is in complete denial. Like complete denial of what's going on with him. Because they were talking about the goal. One of the goals, the Granlund goal, is like a 2-on-1, and he was looking past and just ripped it shelf. Beautiful shot. So somebody asked him, about that goal, and his answer was, it was a perfect shot. And I'm like, what? Okay. And so that makes it okay? It was a good shot. It beat me. Fuck it. Whatever. Like, dude. I've never heard a goalie say like, it was a perfect shot. Usually they flip that around and be like, yeah, you got lucky. Fucking lucky shot. Do it again. It's never going to happen. That's typically a response you would expect from a goalie that's supposed to be very competitive. It was a perfect shot. Well, fuck, why don't you sign the puck? Give it to him. The perfect shot from Connor to Granlund. You know what? I'm just going to pack my shit and leave right now. We talked about this before. Eric Comrie, does he start next game?
I personally don't think that you can make the switch, man. I don't think you can make the switch. I mean, they gave this guy a king's ransom. Like he is the fucking horse. You have to fucking ride him, and even if it makes you that you're riding him out on a second round exit. I listen, but it's not like let's be honest, man. Eric Comrie's fucking trash. He is not a good fucking backup. He may have had a decent season in front of a team that was actually playing defense, right, in front of him and working their systems and stuff, but he's not the answer here. If the Winnipeg Jets have any chance in hell of getting back into this, it is all on Hellebuck's shoulders. And as a Jets fan, I think you have to be terrified to hear that.
I agree with you just because, you've dug yourself a fucking hole. At this point, it's too far gone. You're going to have to get out of it yourself. And so yep. I agree with that completely. I've been saying this for a while. I thought Comrie should have started a long time ago, but nobody fucking listens to me. I mean, his numbers weren't terrible. He was 500 in a win-loss, but his numbers were, he was like a 2.4 goals against kind of guy. Which there are way worse backups, and sure, they have a good team, but sometimes as a team, when your backup is in net, your game just gets better because oh fuck, we're gonna have to play better defense. Comrie's playing tonight. We know that it doesn't even need to be said. You just do that. I know when I played, that's what's happened. Oh fuck, I lit up our backup in practice yesterday like a fucking scoreboard, and now he's in net tonight. We're gonna have to be really good in front of him, and that mentality just kind of gets into players' heads. But when you have your starter, he'll bail us out. Hopefully, he's good. He's probably one of the best in the league, maybe the world, whatever. He's gonna bail us out. Well, he's not. His numbers are fucking atrocious. I sent you the screenshot last night, and my wife is sitting beside me. She's like, what are you doing taking pictures of the TV? I'm like, look at this. 0-9, 550, 831. Put Comrie in. Fuck it. I'm done. Fuck Hellebuck, man. You can't win with him. Their only luck is that they can win at home, and he's okay at home. But you're so far deep now, you're going to have to go to him. You fucked up earlier in the series, even in the St. Louis one, and you didn't fucking learn. I'm done with this Winnipeg Jets team. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I'm sick of this whole Hellebuck thing, and everyone feels sorry for him. And every time he does make a save, he's back. What a fucking save. That's the Connor we're looking for. And then he gives up 3 or 4 again. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm done. I'm worked up about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's move on.
Listen, the only thing that I'm going to say to this, right, is I'll be honest, I like easy money, right? Love it. I'll take easy money all day. So I actually want Winnipeg to win Game 6. And then I want to get it back to Dallas. And I want Pete DeVore and his perfect record in Game 7s. And I want Connor Hellebuck's shit-ass record on the road. And I'm putting my fucking mortgage on
Can you imagine if Winnipeg would win Game 7?
Oh,
Can you imagine Connor Hellebuck shows up in Game 7 and posts a shutout?
and just fucking his 36 save shutout. And
We're
they win
canceling
1-0.
this
And they
show.
win 1-0. That's it. We're done. We're done.
We're canceling
I
this show.
give up on everything. I'm gonna
I'm
go
not
get a
giving
job in
any more
accounting.
picks. We're folding the channel. Fuck it. We're done. Shit doesn't add up.
I think the channel is in good hands, brother. I think we're okay. All right, so we see you guys over here in the chat. Looks like it's got a lot of Leaf talk going on. A lot
Will
of guys
Johnson,
liking the
see
Leafs.
that?
Here.
Your buddy, your New Jersey brethren, made some money last night. Congrats, Will. Way to go, buddy.
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad at all.
4K profit, just another day, another dollar. Good for you, man.
No big deal. No big deal. All right, so we are going north of the border. Game 5, Eastern Conference semifinals, 7 p.m. puck drop at the Scotia Garden Bank Arena. Now, listen, Leafs held all the cards, man. You know, jumped out to a 2-0 series lead, had the Cats back against the wall. And in Game 3, it really took a miracle shot from Brad Marchand. You know, just kind of floated over everyone for the OT winner. All right, it's 2-1. We're cool. Not bad. You know, we lost in overtime, right? A lot of silver linings you can take away from that. Then Game 4 shows up, and the Leafs got run out of fucking America. The Cats put the Cats put the belt to ass and completely dominated the fucking Leafs. Bob stood up. Bob said, "Nah, don't worry about it, fellas. Go get me 3. Really just need 1. I got the fort held down over here." Now we're in Game 5. Momentum is on Florida's side. The Leafs, I understand Leaf Nation is shitting a brick right now. But what do you think the mentality of the locker room is? I mean, you tell me every day that this Leafs team is different. How do we see that they're actually different tonight? How do you think the Leafs respond?
So first of all, I don't believe in momentum between games. I think that's not a real thing, my opinion. And the reason why is because too many things change from night in and night out. And if that was the case, if you win one game, does that mean you're going to win the next one? Oh, you won that one, so you won the next one because you had the momentum. So I don't believe in that. And I think a lot of people are putting the money on the Florida Panthers tonight because of that mindset. Oh, Florida took care of business at home. They got everything going for them right now, which, okay, yeah, you're right. But let's dive a little deeper into this because that's what we do. You look at Florida's record in Toronto, it's not good. Florida has not beaten Toronto in Toronto. Until March of this year. They've only won 1 out of 5 games in Toronto. Bobrovsky, not spectacular in Toronto. We saw that in Game 1 and 2. We were kind of wondering, like, geez, what's going on here? Like, is Bob going to show up? And for whatever reason, he's better at home, but we know that. But, you know, he had an 800 save percentage in Game 1, and I don't think it was much better than that in Game 2. So, okay, actually, it was exactly that. It was 800 in back-to-back games against the Leafs in Game 1 and 2. So does that mean he's going to go and lay an egg in Toronto? Well, maybe not. He just shut them out. But, you know, Connor Hellebuck just had 1 shutout, and we all saw what happened the following game. So
for 5.
I don't believe in momentum. But what I do believe is that Toronto's going to compete tonight. And I know everyone's talking about Austin Matthews and where has he been and this and that. And everybody is trying to defend him. You know what? If you're hurt, stay off the ice. You're not helping your team if you're hurt. Because some people are probably wondering, like, well, you know what? A 50% Austin Matthews is still better than a 100% of fucking Holmberg or whatever. But are you actually helping your team by playing a guy that's hurt? We know something's going on. The guy hasn't looked the same. And I get it. You want to play, but what if you just missed 1 game? If you took 1 game off and had 4 days rest, what would that do for you?
I think you blew that shot. I think that's a game 3 opportunity right there, being up 0-2. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, man, this is a game 7. You know, we're now down to the best of 3. And I know that you have 2 more home games possibly, unless the Cats just shit pump your fucking eye shut again. But it doesn't matter at this point. Austin's in, right? And Austin's going to be heavily relied on. And in fact, Vegas loves Matthews tonight. He's over a half a point. He's minus 240. Now, this was the real surprising thing to me, right? So he's minus 240 for over a half a point. Willie Nylander, who has been, for all intents and purposes, you know, lighting it up. He's had points in every game this series, you know, and the last series, minus the ones that the team got shut out. But he's only minus 225. So they think it's stronger chances for Austin Matthews, who hasn't had a point in 675 years, to get on the score sheet compared to Willie Nylander. That jumped out to me as just fucking odd, man.
It is odd, but it's probably a big reason being that the line feels like that he's due, first of all, and that he's at home. That's the only thing I can guess, because...
But how many times can you really bet on a guy just because he's due? Right? Like, why wouldn't it make more sense betting on a guy who is proven, right? Like betting on a guy like Brad Marchand, who owns the fucking Leafs. Betting on a guy like Willie Nylander, who has proven that he can put the fucking puck in the net.
100%.
It has to happen.
It's a tough spot, because on the flip side of that, you can't expect him to not get a point, because eventually you're going to get out of it. Even if he is healthy and just not playing well for whatever fucking reason, eventually you're going to snap out of it. Just like winning and losing in sports handicapping. You might lose for a week and then you win for the next 3 weeks. You know, the trend does reverse at some point, and my stock portfolio will approve that theory. And it's a good fucking thing, because I'd be broker than a skunk dead in the ditch right now if that was the case. Thank you, Donald Trump. Shout out. But with that being said, you got to take care of home ice here. Willie Nylander is an automatic on the bingo card at home for any time point. I will take him every fucking game at home, because for whatever reason, he loves to play at home. He loves to perform. I don't know what it is, but he's just a reliable guy. So that I do like, and so he's going to have a big night tonight. Mitch Marner needs to toughen the fuck up. Florida
Back checking may help.
Oh my God. Florida just ran him over time and time again. You could see him getting so frustrated. I was expecting him to take a two-hander to somebody. And, you know, he probably should have, because these guys were just bullying him. It was like taking money from a kid at the school ground. You know what? You go back and look at the last Edmonton-Vegas game, and that's exactly what Edmonton did. They bullied the fuck out of Hill, bullied everybody. They finished every check. There was a scrum after every whistle. Those 2 games in Florida, there wasn't one punch thrown. There wasn't one, these guys look like they're going to go. It was just he's got the puck, you know, go line up for the face. You got to fucking run Bob. You can still do that. We talked about this yesterday. You can still piss him off. And he's a guy that you could get in his head. He's just like Binnington, where he's got a short temper and he can fly off the handle at any fucking moment. That's what you need to do. You need to do that. But you're not going to do that by, you know, taking it easy and not going after the whistles and pissing people off and giving some cheap shots in. Like, this is playoff fucking hockey. So to me, the Leafs, I've been way too soft, which we already knew that they were. But it's even more evident now, and maybe they're just not in as good a shape as Florida is. There's a good part of it that the fatigue factor is setting in, and mentally they're just not capable to get it done.
Well, in the chat, Willie's saying that, you know, if the Leafs play dirty, like the Panthers, he can see the Leafs winning by 3. I mean, he goes the other way. I guess he doesn't like playoff experience because he thinks the Panthers are full of a bunch of old asses and the Leafs have all the legs right there. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I think the recipe for playoffs is as old as the tail of time. Whatever cliche that you want to throw down on that, you got to play physical. You got to fuck with the goalie. You got to get into people's heads. Every time that whistle is blown, a punch has to be thrown. You know, the refs' whistles are in their fucking pockets anyway. But you got to let them know I'm fucking here. You got to stick them. You know, get them between the legs. Take the fucking penalty. Who gives a shit?
You ever see that? It was they did a thing on the Florida Panthers last year when they won the cup, and it was a voice clip of Paul Maurice laying into his guys at like a TV timeout or whatever. Like, you get up by 3 and then you start making plays. Fuck the plays. Bang them. That way, come game 7, they got nothing fucking left. Like,
that's the mentality of this fucking team.
What you need to do 100%.
And that's the page out of the book that the Oilers took fucking last game too. And look what happened there. It worked perfectly.
It fucking works. And even if it's just for the first period, you're going to score a goal or two. If you come out banging bodies and being chippy fucking hockey. That's what it's called. You need to play a chippy game. You need to be like flirting with, I'm going to do something I might get a penalty for, but I might not. So I'm going to roll the dice here, and I'm going to fucking slash him on the wrist. You know, whatever. Punch him in the face, a little face wash. You know, grab him and whisper in his ear that you're going to, you know, fucking, I don't know, whatever. I'm not even going to get there because I don't want to offend people, but
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Nonetheless, the Toronto Maple Leafs need to fucking toughen up. When your best player is Chris Tanev, you got problems. And right now, the guy blocks more shots than Hellebuck has saves. He's got a better save percentage than Hellebuck. You know, you give him a set of pads, he'll probably be better than Hellebuck. All kidding aside, it's tough to fade the Leafs. And if you know, plus 120 at home, not a terrible bet. Given what's at stake, you lose this game, you got to go back to Sunrise with your life on the line on the chopping block against the defending Cup champions. You're going to have your hands full. So do yourself a favor, come out tonight and have a fucking good game.
There is no time like the present, man. Listen, physicality wins games in the playoffs. You know, I mean, there's a reason why Florida, who's been to 2 cups in a row, look who they went out at the deadline and got. They got the rattiest motherfucker alive, Brad Marchand. And boy, is he fucking paying dividends now. You know, just look at Marchand's stats against the Leafs, right? So right now, okay, you want to hear some crazy shit. Right now, Marchand's a plus money anytime point. Okay, anytime point plus money. His regular season against the Leafs, in 59 games, he's got 21 goals, 37 assists, 58 points, 1 point under a point per game. In the playoffs, he's played against the Leafs 32 games. He's got 12 goals, 21 apples, 33 points. I mean, how do you not look at this guy? Fuck Austin Matthews. This is where your money should be going.
At those odds, 100% makes sense. And how many times has you know, Marchand ended up on the VIP card in this series? Almost every night.
And it's fucking hit. Because you gotta ride with what works, man. I mean, Will, I got him at plus 115 right now.
It's if it's running, go with it. If it's not working, stay away from it. So for me, Austin Matthews, I'm staying away from it because it's not fucking working. It's not working. And until he gets his mojo back, I'm out. I'll roll with Willie Nylander 10 out of 10 days of the week over Austin Matthews because Willie Nylander is their best fucking forward. And he doesn't get enough credit because of the spotlight on Matthews and Marner. And like, they need to figure out too, like, look at, if they don't win this series, this crew is done. Marner's
it's got to be, right? You're bringing Marner back.
Gonna be gone.
Marner's going to demand $14 million. You're going to fucking give Mitch Marner $14 million?
Well, you've won 2 playoff series with him. I'm not giving him $14 million. Fuck off. We need to find somebody stronger that can be more physical, that can produce half as much, but wants it more and can compete when it matters most. Go get a veteran guy. You could probably get I don't know who's free agents this year, so I have to look into it. We'll do that.
You know who's a fucking free agent this year? Right? And if the Cats do take down the fucking Leafs, and who should get paid $14 million?
Sam Bennett.
Motherfucking A.
Yeah, agreed.
Motherfucking A. That's the type of player that you need during this time if you want to actually get over that hump. And listen, me as a Devils fan, I need that too.
They were talking
right?
about that. I read a thing that's saying, "Oh, you'd be a perfect fit for New Jersey."
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't say that out loud.
Don't ruin his career.
But those are the type of guys that you need, right? Like you need like these Marchands, you need these fucking Bennetts. You know, Marner's cute and everything, but how about your back check, bud? How about you blow a play and you sprint back to try to get the loose guy? I don't know, man. I know the chat's on the Leafs. Cool. Good for you guys. But I'm all Florida tonight. I am all Florida.
You know what? The Toronto
I don't know where you sit on this one, but it's just
the Toronto power play has not been what it has been. It's just not working. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I know it's not good. Like they're what do they got? Well, that's not terrible, but it's not their usual self. They're probably operating 20%, which is okay.
Just okay.
You know, it is okay, but it's not working, whether it's because Matthews is hurt. He's not the one-time guy. Okay. So restructure it. Why can't it be Nylander? Why can't be Nylander on Ovi's spot? Right? Because he's a right-handed shot. Give that guy the fucking rock. He can shoot.
Put him in the office.
Switch it up. Matthews is a big fucking body. Let him hack and whack in Bob. You got Nyes and Bob, or Nyes and Matthews making havoc for Bob. You can't stop what you can't see.
That's not Matthews' game with that little mustache that he's got going on there, man.
I know, but if you're hurt, you're not scoring, you're not doing it, you're going to be the guy in front. Simple as that. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just not kind enough to have enough respect for, if I'm the coach, that, oh, wow, it's Matthews. Go back to your spot. Do your best. No, you're not working. Get in the fucking front and go bang in a dirty goal. You can't shoot because your shoulder or your fucking vagin or whatever is broken. Do something different. Change it up. And then it's also going to put Florida on their heels because they're not expecting it. They're expecting Matthews to be the guy or over to the bumper to Marner or Nyes. But if you start switching things up, you never know what kind of response the Cats are going to have to do, an adjustment. You might catch them off guard and you might get one by them.
I think if the Leafs have any chance here, they got to come out early. They got to beat Bob. They have to. They have to have the best first period that they've had this entire playoffs. And if they hang 2 on Bob, I still don't feel like the game is over. I'm not turning it off. I'm going to continue to fucking watch. Maybe I'll live bet the fucking Panthers. But if you go into the third and you're behind, I think you're fucking sunk.
One of the best third period teams ever, in my opinion, is the Florida Panthers when they have a lead. It's not very often you see them give it up. Actually, I think I remember them giving it up once earlier this year. They were a 100-star monster, and they were up by 2 against the Islanders, and the Islanders came back and won that game to bust us up, which was heartbreaking for me because we had dumped, $10K on the fucking Panthers to win that game, and they gave up a 2-goal lead. Not something that happens very often for Florida, but nonetheless, it's going to be a good game. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't even know if I'm going to play it. Like, it's just one of those really weird spots. I'm trying not to overthink it, but if you want to find out, get that VIP card and you'll see what's going on it.
All right, enough about the trash-ass Leafs as their season comes down to the end. Let's move over to the Edmonton Oilers, traveling to the Fortress in Vegas. Oilers put an absolute shit pumping on Vegas in a must-win Vegas team. It just showed who the fuck really wanted it more. Now, Vegas is favored here at home, -130. But Both the teams' team totals are under 3.5 at -160. Over under here is 6.5. Again, I like talking about game sevens, right? This is like a fucking game 7 of all game 7s, right? Vegas is at home. Their season's on the line. If the Oilers come out and the Oilers do what the Oilers do and put a pounding on these guys, that's it. It's golf season, right? Don't even send them to fucking Cancun. Where are we sending them less? We're sending them to Galveston with that dirty ass water. That's where they're fucking going. I can 100% see the fucking Vegas Golden Knights get run out of this fucking building tonight because I just don't see any grit to them. I don't see any teeth. You know, are they able to find any of that and make a fucking game in this?
So, you know, this series should be okay. This series could be over already with the whole last second, you know, bullshit, whatever. You know, that's not indicative of how that game was played. Yes, I think the Golden Knights were the better team for the majority of that game, but you're half a second going from OT and then anything can happen. So, you know, this series could be over. And the fact that Edmonton came out the way they did to respond and completely manhandled the Vegas Golden Knights at home, which they do more often than not when they're at home. They've been pretty good at home in the postseason. You gotta wonder if the Knights are maybe sweating this one a little bit. You lost game 1 and 2 at home to Edmonton just a week ago. You go in, you steal it on the road that you kind of got lucky, you know, but nonetheless, a win's a win, doesn't matter. And then you absolutely get your fucking shit ran again in the following game. Now you got to go back at home. We know the Vegas Golden Knights, some of the guys are banged up, you know, Mark Stone.
Yep, they're not healthy.
They're not healthy. And it's tough to fade Vegas because of how good they are at home. But here's the thing. You look at Stuart Skinner's, and, you know, he's another guy that pisses me off like Hellebuck. We all know that. But you look at his numbers in games 5, 6, and 7s.
Yeah.
They're fucking sparkling. Go look it up. I'm telling you, anybody that's listening, they want to know, go look it up. I don't have them in front of me, but I was reading them like, God, you would never know this guy shows up for game 5, 6, and 7s, you know, and he did last time. He didn't have to be crazy good, but he still had to be good. And posting a shutout in the postseason, well, fuck, that's a tough thing to do, especially when you've only played 3 games and things aren't really going your way. So is this just going to be the Stuart Skinner show again tonight, where he does what he has to do to get his team to win? Not like Hellebuck, oh, it was a perfect shot. Fuck off. But you got to wonder, because the numbers don't lie. The numbers say that he is good when it matters most. Yeah, sure. They lost a 3-2 game or 2-1 game in game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals last year. I'm not hanging that on him. I think he was great. That's just whatever. You got beat. But I absolutely love the under in this game. Absolutely love it. The more this series goes on, the tighter it gets. Maybe this really does get Skinner up and going. And if Skinner gets up and going, the under looks really good. It's plus money right now. You know, anytime Edmonton plays the game, it's always going to be over 6.5 at -130 because of who's on that lineup. But you're going on the road. I think Vegas is going to come out with a lot of hop, and Stuart Skinner needs to be sharp. So I
need to, bro.
love the under. Put that on the card. It's plus money, so you don't need to fucking totally hammer it. But I could see this being like a 4-1, 4-2 kind of game.
Well, you read this wrong. It says that he likes Vegas in the first period spread -0.5. I think it's the same exact kind of recipe for the Leafs. I think you have to come out. You have to come out strong. You have to play the body. I just don't know if Vegas has that grit. I don't know. You know, I mean, Thomas Hertl ain't going to fucking show it. Eichel ain't going to show it. Mark Stone should, but he's just not that fucking guy. And he's banged up. I don't know, man. I mean,
that's why I love this Edmonton roster, is because they have Evander Kane and Corey Perry. Two guys on two different lines that
Zach Hyman leads the fucking team in hits.
Zach Hyman, yeah. Big surprise with that. Really? He leads the team? He has that
Leads
many? I know
in
he
the
has a
playoffs,
lot,
yeah.
but wow, good for him. Not a guy that you would expect.
Nope.
But
Because why? Because it's the fucking playoffs.
Yes. And he knows what it's like to sit in that fucking dressing room after game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals and be on the wrong side of it. A lot of these guys do. They remember. They've been there. And this could be the reason why Edmonton does go the distance here. I think Edmonton takes care of business tonight on the road. I think they want it more. I think they feel like they're that close to just closing this out. Aiden Hill is kind of rattled. I think Evander Kane and Corey Perry need to do exactly what they did last game. Don't him, grip him, stick your foot out, even though Aiden Hill kind of did it too. But, you got to run him. Whenever you see the goalie in the corner trying to punch out a guy, you've done your job right. Simple as that.
Well done.
Yeah, you get back to the bench, coach probably looks at you like, hey, good shift.
Hey,
right?
thank God you're back here.
And then next thing you know, a couple shifts later, boom, it's in the back of the net. Even if you got him to break his mental concentration just for 10 minutes, it might be enough to get it done.
Listen, I started believing in this Edmonton team when Kane came back from injury. It took a couple games to find his legs underneath, but I mean, you want to talk about a playoff kind of fucking dog, right? This motherfucker's showing up to games in Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis.
Baller.
I mean, that if they close it out tonight, you know where to find Evander Kane.
They're gonna.
He's gonna be on that craps table, baby.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on that craps table. If he's not,
I'll be taking the over on how much money he's gonna lose.
How much blow he does tonight.
Well, that too.
Listen, that line is buzzing, man. Zach Hyman has woken up. He's had a point in every game since they closed out LA. And right now they got him at over a half a point at minus 115. Why would you not think that he's not going to fucking continue? And I was looking at, my balls weren't big enough, but I was looking at an Evander Kane anytime goal. Ooh. I don't know if I'll fucking get there. Maybe some pizza money just for fun. Plus 260. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. These are playoff caliber. These are playoff caliber guys.
No, they are. I mean, Corey Perry, same thing. ATG, clutch guy, been here before, knows how to lose in the finals, but he gets there every fucking year somehow.
Can we get a cup for fucking Corey Perry, for crying out loud? I mean, the guy's been in the finals, 17 years in a row, never won. Jesus Christ.
No, he won with the Getzlaff and fucking.
Oh, he did get one in Anaheim. That was like Jesus. I was like 10 years old.
That was Teemu Solani too. That lineup. Fuck, that's a
no.
Long time.
He wasn't on that.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Or maybe Teemu was at the end. I'm probably thinking the Paul Correa days and haunted by J.S. Gare stealing my Vezina from Marty Brodeur.
Fuck Brodeur.
Fuck the Ducks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. A lot of things that I'm looking at here. I'm looking at an ATM, right? Who doesn't like an ATM? You know where I'm going with this guy? I'm looking at the one, the only, the Connor McJesus. This guy's shot prop has been sitting at 3.5 at plus money for, I don't even want to say it out loud, right? But he's had, where is he at? So over 3.5 shots on goal is plus 120. Six of his last 8 playoff games, he's had at least 4. And he's on an 8-game point streak. And we know the fucking motor that this guy's got. How do you not fucking continue to fucking, going with the cash cow on this one? And conversely, you don't like it? All right.
I don't like it.
Streaks are meant to get broken. One of those things. Tighter game.
He's not as good. Well, not that he's not as good. He doesn't shoot as much on the road. I personally, I agree with you with that to an extent. It's hard to fade him because of who he is and how good he is and how much ice time he gets, especially if this thing goes to extras, which it could.
Yeah.
That's it should be easy money, but I'm just going back and looking at his last couple road games. His game one in Vegas, he had 4. So okay, good. Then 3. And then in LA, his last one, he had 2, and then 2 and 3. So on the road, he doesn't get there as much as he gets there, believe it or not. I know that that's hard to believe, but I mean, at home, that's a no-brainer. Fucking smash that. He just loves to shoot the puck at home. Well, maybe not loves it. He still overhandles it a little bit, but I get it. He's trying to make a play. One thing I do love in this game is Evan Bouchard is just.
Yeah.
Do you know what his line is right now?
I would love to know.
It doesn't even make sense. Like this should be a 100-star fucking monster bet. And I'm giving it to you guys for free because that's how much I believe into this fucking guy. Evan Bouchard is minus 160 to get half a point. The guy's like leading the team in fucking points outside of McDavid and Draisaitl, and it's because it came from Bouchard. Minus 160 is a great line to be taking it. I typically don't love anything over 180. I try to stay away from it because it's like, whatever. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to give a little, especially in playoffs when we don't have 7 games to pick from. If the water's flowing, take a drink. And the water's flowing, you might have to pay a little more for it. But this guy is just absolutely phenomenal for the Edmonton Oilers offensively.
That was a good caveat. Yeah, I mean, listen, Bush just sits back there and just rains down clap bombs, man. And it's a little crazy too because when you got guys like Draisaitl, right, and you got guys like McDavid, it's real easy to kind of get into that mentality, right? I know I always bring everything back to New Jersey, but when Jack Hughes got hurt and he was out for the rest of the season, the New Jersey power play actually improved. Because I feel like a lot of times you just get used to like feeding the superstar, even if you have an open look, right? You get a little bit more of that pass first mentality. And then when you had that superstar subtraction, now it's like, oh, I got to shoot. Evan Bouchard doesn't have a bone like that in his body. He sees an opportunity to fire the puck. He's firing the puck. And more times than not, it's sneaking in over his shoulder.
Which, what surprises me because he does whip the biscuit a lot. But
and he's got a fucking bomb too, dude.
Oh, he can hammer a puck, no doubt about that. But I don't know if it's because they're defending him better in the offensive zone, closing up his space where he's forced to just receive the puck and move it. But his shot props have been down a little bit. Like he hasn't been getting the puck to the net like he typically does. He had 2 shots last game, 2 the game before, 3, 1. So Vegas has done a great job of managing his shots, whether they're getting blocked or not. I don't know how many attempts he's getting a game, but that doesn't matter. You can't bet on attempts, so who cares? But they're doing a good job of managing him. So kind of a weird spot for the shot prop total for Bouchard. It's at 2.5 right now. The under is actually more favorited. The money's coming in on the under 2.5 shots for Bouchard, and I kind of understand why.
Well, I mean, listen, Vegas has to do absolutely everything they can to keep this dream alive, whether you believe that they're going to or not. I don't know. We got some hella games tonight, man. I mean, my focus is going to be Florida and Toronto, but I mean, I already know what's going to happen, dude. I'm going to say, I'm going to go to bed after this.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I actually got out of bed the other day, whispered to the wife, I forgot something downstairs. Scurried to the TV, turn the fucking game on. What a fucking.
Have you seen?
I'm doing the same thing tonight. Oh, I'm just gonna get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, fucking right.
The water's broken. Later. I'm gonna fix it right now.
I'm down here plumbing. That's what I'm doing.
If I'm not back in 20 minutes, we'll just wait longer.
I got it all under control, honey. All right, brother. What are we looking at for our best bets? Talking a lot of stuff around here, spraying the board. What are we narrowing in on?
We lost. We lost our best bet yesterday, didn't we?
We did.
2 days in a row we've lost that. God damn it.
Trash. Quit saving them all for VIP.
Well, that's true. You can't argue with that. I mean, the best bet doesn't mean a max bet. We should make that more clear. It means
this is the best bet of a free show, guys. You want to know the real max ones? You already know what to do. Link in the description below.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. I gotta go. I'm feeling a goalie prop. I'm feeling a goalie prop. I gotta go with Stuart Skinner under 24.5 saves. I think it's too much. I don't see Vegas getting 30 plus shots on net tonight. I don't think they're healthy enough to get 30 plus shots on net. And I think Edmonton is kind of figuring them out defensively. Now, execution is two different fucking things, mind you, but he typically cashes the under on this line more often than not. He actually has cashed the under of the 24.5, 3, 6, 7 times, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of the last 13 games he's played, the under on this line has cashed. So you want to talk about trends, 12 out of 13. I'm shooting from downtown all day with those.
There's your conviction, Antonio, right there.
Vegas
Stats back.
The over has only cashed twice out of the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's an 80% hit rate head to head, coming off a shutout in front of a team that really protected him. Really managed the shot quality and quantity against Vegas last game. So that, to me, this might even find the VIP card. Not saying that it's going to hit, but it's the best bet that I see tonight that makes sense on this card.
Great look. And listen, as far as the shots go for Game 3, and I know they got run out of the building in Edmonton. I mean, up until Edmonton started playing prevent defense, Vegas really only had 11 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I know they got to 23, but it wasn't there the whole time at all. Doobie perfect time. Best bet. There you go, brother. Stuart Skinner, under 24.5 saves. I was looking at that Bobby line, Randy, and we were actually talking about it before we got on here, how Bob and Hellebuck seem to always have an over-under of 22.5. And it either goes one way or another, always by one. So that is a little dicey. I don't know how you feel about that, Les.
No, I agree. It's a tough
that puckers
one.
up my arsenal a little bit.
Yeah, it concerns me, especially since Toronto has been a little inconsistent with their shot totals. 30 game 1, 20 game 2, 31, and then 23. Like, they're kind of all over the place. So I guess in theory, if that trend continues, you're looking at the over. Because, the 30-20, 30-20, well, the next one should be in the 30s. But, it's the Leafs. It's hard to say. But I do like the over. If I had to pick one, I do like the over. I could see this being a little bit of a different game. Like, we kind of, it was kind of similar to the Dallas game last night where we kind of thought Dallas was just going to really control that game. Well, that wasn't the case. Like, Winnipeg came in on the road, and I thought they deserved to win that game. So, not to say that this is the same situation, but sometimes we get caught up in our own brain sometimes where it doesn't make sense. All right, well, this is what I think. Well, sometimes you got to flip the script on that. So I can see Bob getting a little bit more rubber tonight. And, I do like Bob at over 22.5.
I mean, if the Leafs Nation's begging for it, I'll tell you that much. All right. So that's the best bet. Moving on to the D-Gen parlay. This guy was just that close yesterday. 3 out of the 4 legs hit for us. Where are we going tonight?
Honestly, really? That's it? No chirp, no nothing? Because it was my fucking bet that lost for us. Look at you, swinging in his chair like a fucking boss, thinking like, hey, I don't even need it. Sometimes no words are the most words, and that's what you're doing to me right now. But you know what? I will take it. I will own it. I have thick ass fucking white skin. I can.
Everybody knows I had my guy, bro.
Okay. All right. Everyone knows Burnsy's pick hit. Mine didn't for the first time, probably all fucking postseason.
And that's why I feel the way I feel. Give me my moment. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're glowing. Like you look like you're 6 months pregnant, just filled with energy right now.
It's not just the South Florida sun lighting me up, baby.
Oh, yeah. No, good on you. You had great picks. Mine didn't work out, but it was so close. Like he was all over, all around it. You know, it was just one of those things that didn't work out. So,
and all the Finns get a point except for fucking Hints. Fuck you.
Literally, they're probably chirping them in the room in Finnish. What's their language?
Finlandian.
Finlandian.
No, that's the water company.
Finlodian. I don't know. Whatever. All right. You go first because I don't want to take your pick.
All right. I'll take the easy ones and then I'll really make you earn your money around here. Right.
Okay.
So I talked it up a lot on here. Right. I already got it locked in for myself. This is going to be a plus 200 on my side. I mean, if it ain't broke, we don't fucking tinker it. Right. Going with Brad Marchand over a half a point. Loves playing in Toronto. Sorry to steal that one on you.
All right.
And Willie Styles over a half a point. I got more if you need me to put more legs together, bro. I got picks for days. Don't worry.
You took Willie too? Fuck, you took them both.
I talked them all up the entire episode.
Oh, I know. All right. Okay.
All right. While I put you on your heels, and you need some time to take a look.
Yeah, I literally had them both written down. Both of them.
Oh, shot.
Okay, give me a minute there. You continue on with whatever it is. You fucking whatever. You just told my 2 picks, fucker.
All right, listen. You know, I'll keep you guys entertained with a little bit of fucking like like leans here and stuff like that. You know, like I really, and there's a little bit of me being the Toronto hater, right, and loving the drama and bring it on. But something's not right with Austin Matthews, man. Something not at all. You know, so. I really like his fucking under in shots. They got him at 3.5 shots. I mean, people say like his hands hurt or whatever the fuck it is. The puck ain't coming off the stick the right way. I think my man's is banged up. And he's certainly not going to stand in front of the net and fucking bang. But I would not be fucking shocked. I like Austin Matthews under 3.5 shots. And who else was I trashing before? Oh, no, not trashing, but I did notice, right? And this fucked me the other day, you know, with my ATG, you know, prop. And somebody was fucking talking shit on me in the comments. And they fucking jinxed me. Listen, let me give you guys a fucking heads up here, right? If you guys want to win these fucking bets, okay? Don't put the wrong fucking energy out in the universe. Get on fucking board or get out of the goddamn fucking way. This fucking guy chirps me in the comments and he was like, oh, OV ATG? I mean, I could totally see Draisaitl hitting his ATG, but Ovi, fucking dumb, stupid. Who scores? Who fucking scores?
Say no more.
So, keep the chatter to the low, all right? See where it goes, man.
We need that big dick energy. That's what we need, especially for guys like me that don't have that. All right. Are you ready?
I am.
This number is a fucking foolproof number as far as I'm concerned. It's an alternate line, so hopefully you have alternate lines on your book. But I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers Vegas game under 7.5. It's minus 230 straight. So when you mix that in a parlay, you're going to get pretty good juice out of it. I love that spot. Like a 4-3 game still gets you there. 5-2, 5-2.
So under 7.5. So you're telling me Oilers squeak out the 4-3 victory, cash it all.
I could see it. I mean, it makes sense. I like it a lot. The other one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There's 2 that I'm kind of considering right now. And
I got a whole bag full of fucking ones that I love tonight.
I gotta go with the trend and the fact that the Leafs score at home. Even though Bob's off a shutout, I don't believe in that bullshit. Oh, he's gonna get a shutout next game too because he's here. No, he sucks in Toronto. He sucked in game 1. He sucked in game 2. So Toronto Maple Leafs Team total over 2.5.
Leafs team total over 2.5 goals. Let's get her up there. Take a little screenshot of this shit. All right, guys, there's our little four-legger there. So we got the King Rat himself, Brad Marchand, in Toronto, over 0.5 point. Willie Styles doing Willie Style things, over 0.5 point. Alt line on the Vegas Golden Knights, under 7.5. And the Leafs team total, over 2.5 goals. Anybody playing along has got a number, throw that out there. It's going to take me too long to input all these guys. All right, best bet, Stewie Skinner, under 24.5 saves. And then we got a whole bunch of likes, a whole bunch of leans out there. Keep an eye on Zach Hyman, man. Keep an eye on him. Just saying, minus 115 over 0.5 point. I don't know. Crazier things have happened.
Toronto got rid of him?
For nothing. Been missing him every fucking since, bro.
What do you have? 50 goals last year, Stanley Cup final appearance, just the usual things that you do when you leave an organization like Toronto.
Yeah, we didn't need him. All right, Jake the Hater says he's got plus 242. Who don't like that shit?
You dyslexic fuck.
Yeah, same fucking thing. Plus money.
Yeah, I'll take the plus 400 instead of the 200. Jesus.
Yeah. I'll put it in twice. I'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all we got for today. I'm super fucking pumped for the games tonight, dude. Super fucking pumped. Whatever side you're on, just make sure you guys take it all slow. Be smart with everything you got. We're not talking grocery money here. We're talking pizza money here. Be smart. Play with your head, never above it. If you or anybody else that has a gambling problem, there is help out there. Please, 1-800-GAMBLER. There's a lot of support out there. Any closing words for the guys, Les?
So my wife put money on the Dallas Stars to win the Stanley Cup, right? And I was like,
yep.
Idiot.
What, you like the jersey color?
Yeah. Right now, her money is doubled. I should just take the cash out and be like, look, you're going to be wrong. So just, it is what it is. But that would piss her off. So I'm not going to do it. I just had to check. I'm like, fuck, I haven't checked, see what that line is at. But it's offered me a 2x cash out for the Dallas Stars. So shout out to the Dallas Stars for getting it done. For my wife, maybe we should get her on the show and actually teach us something about hockey, because obviously she knows more than I do, because I had Colorado winning that series. But nonetheless, you want all the best bets, make sure you head on over to that Telegram. $100 gets you every pick I make. Parlays, underdog bets, fucking max bets, super max bets. God, are we due for a cherry picker soon? I was this close to cherry picking Edmonton money line at home, and I'm not saying that because I'm fucking serious, because they were a max bet already. So I mean, whatever. Things have been going so well that I feel like it could, if there's a reason why hockey players wear the same suit when they win.
Yeah.
Right. We've been red hot.
Stick to the system.
In the VIP. I haven't changed my socks or underwear for like 6 straight days because
your poor wife.
We've been doing. It is what it is. It's about winning. It's about winning. And until that changes. So I don't know if we're going to see another 100-star cherry picker this year. But nonetheless, we chip away at it. Those bankrolls build up 0 to 90 far. Yes, it's not over, and that could change. It will change. Hopefully to the upwards. But if you want to know, jump on board. I do a lot of one-on-one mentoring via Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll send you the units card and teach you the right way to gamble. It is gambling, but if you're smart about it, you can be treating it like a business, like anything else. So be smart. We'll see you soon. We'll be back tomorrow for more.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Back tomorrow, 2 p.m. We're going to find out if the Cats are going to close it out in Sunrise. Will the Leafs live again? Maybe push this back to Toronto. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if Vegas is golfing tomorrow. All right, fellas, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you in the comments. Best of luck today, guys.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation